Right. I want to do a quick recap of the past 2 days. I wasn't able to do any trading recaps just because I've had a very tight schedule. But I have a couple, minutes. And I mean, the market's a little bit slow this morning, so I'm going to use this time to do a quick trading recap. So yesterday, Monday, I had a green day. Not very big, very small base hit, very choppy day. Red, green, red, back to break even, back to red, and then up, finishing up green. Finishing up green, only $16.21. But I'll do a quick recap of the stocks that I traded. In the morning, I traded AIM. And then AIM, just a second. Trying to get the trades up here. Okay, so this morning on AIM, I was looking for a breakthrough 155 and closed out for pretty much a scratch trade. It's very, very small size. And then I traded IVDA. I was looking for a big move here actually on IVDA. I didn't get onto it until the top. And I pretty much just kind of had a break even, a lot of break even trades here. I had one here at 754 for the break of 350, which I was able to scalp for a few cents on small size. And that was really it. The rest of the day on IVDA, tried going for a break of VWAP and a run back to the high. I thought it was pretty strong. I mean, we had this nice 1 minute green candle. I thought we'd see, a pullback to the VWAP and then continuation towards the high, but it's just got stuck in the range there. So close that one out. And then at the open, I traded this on the pullback. On the second candle here, I was looking for continuation with a stop under VWAP, and it just flushed right back through VWAP, and I closed it out for a loss there. Because this really could have just did a green to red and just gone straight, another 10% down. So I needed to manage my risk on that one. And then here on 321, the break back through VWAP, I added, and then I added on 317, 323, and 326. So I was adding it as it was going higher for the break of this previous pivot point at 3.3 or 3.29, and then I was looking, potentially for a retest of the pre-market high, but it rejected the level, and I started taking some off about break even. I had 1 or 2 sells in profit, and I was able to make small money on that trade. But that's quite unfortunate that we had a lot of these rejection candles there. And then it finally broke through on this candle and then kind of held it up on the top of the range. And I was looking for that break towards the pre-market high, and we just never got it. And I just, took another loss on that one. Then I traded let's look at HOTH, was another good stock. So here again, I tried making that same move. The volume was coming in. I was adding, trying to see if to get a move to the high, pre-market high. And we I guess the volume wasn't there, or I don't know. But I had to close it off for another loss. And then finally, after I'm done trading, this thing finally rips 45%. And, if I would have been getting in here again, like I usually have been doing, I could have rode this baby for a while. Could have been a great move. Volume just came out of nowhere there. That's just a pure short squeeze right there. There's no fresh longs in there. Everyone's, unless they're scalpers, but no swing traders, no position traders. This is just pure short squeeze, and day traders just scalping this thing. So that was IVDA. Let's look at PHIO. PHIO. This one, I traded this at the open. We had a huge gap overnight. Nice gap overnight. However, it faded pre-market. And I was looking for a red to green move and then a break through the trend for a quick short squeeze before the continue of the backside. And, we never really got that. I was adding into this candle, looking for the break of 2.05. And then if we got a break towards 2.05, I was looking for a break over this level and then a retest of 225. And then 225, if we broke that, we'd be looking here at 232, potentially 240. But I guess it just, kept staying in a range. We never really got that pop for the squeeze and to test the shorts. Maybe a little bit here, but wasn't really what I was looking for. I had a game plan, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. I took small losses on the way, but I was ready for that move if we were gonna get it. So that's important. And then here on VERU, I think we had that huge squeeze. Yeah, this huge squeeze. I completely underestimated this. We had so much volume. And, I should have noticed that, on all of these rejection candles, these bear traps, we never really got a flush to show that the shorts were now in control. And that right there is the red flag, or that's the flag that shows me that, the buyers are really holding this up and keep taking it higher. However, it was such a bigger float that I was skeptical if this could actually open up. And so I kind of just, scalped it here and there. Nothing really much, 1 or 2 cents at a time. And then, after we got the break of the pre-market high, then it really started to open up here. And I still, couldn't get behind it for some reason and hold. And, I don't know what was going on. Maybe a little bit of a fear of pulling the trigger here. I think it was just too comfortable over the weekend. And I didn't really, wake up and get ready to get aggressive. And, we got a huge move on this. I could have made some decent profit. But, I just really could not I didn't really have the courage to trade this. And, even here, he had this big topping tail. You kind of can scout the dips here, but I wasn't really expecting anything past this candle here. I mean, this candle retested the high here and that rejected again. So, you never really know. But, however, it failed. I should have noticed it failed to make that backside move. And then if it's coming up to retest a third time on high volume, then, it's quite a good possibility that you'd break that high and then squeeze out the shorts again. But I don't know. I was sleeping on this one. I really could have gotten super aggressive on this stock. And it wasn't until the backside that I was starting to get aggressive. You can see I had a lot of scalps here. And this is where I was able to scalp my way back from red all the way back up maybe 2% on the day. And so I was just, scalping 1-2 cents here, just reading the tape, taking some decent size. So here, $1,300 position size on the potential breakout, or no, this is a panic dip buy off the 9 EMA. Here I thought, we would get that end of day squeeze through the high and a potential extension for the squeezing out the last early short sellers, which we did get, but it was at 4 o'clock in the morning or really late at night that we got that. But here, just kind of did my scalps, reading the tape, buying off support, buying any sort of support reclaims. Here you had like a break of the low, and then I was adding for the break of the 9 EMA here. This was probably one of my bigger winners for about 10 cents or so, 7 cents on a bigger share size. And, just taking 1 to 2 cent profits consistently, and I was able to walk away green. So super happy with that. And that was really it. Not much that day. I really could have sized into a big winner, but I think I was just sleeping. I don't know what's going on with me on Monday. And then so on Tuesday we're finishing, which was yesterday, we're finishing up 24.20, and also a very, very choppy day. Green, red, back to green. And I finally just took my profit off the table after being up green again, only maybe about 1 or 2% on the day from average position size. I'll go through the trades again on Tuesday, but on VERU, here I was looking for a continuation frontside move and closed off for looks like a small gain there on the break of $15. So I was adding at $14.91 and then adding up towards the break of 15, and I sold at 15.10. And then I didn't trade this until the open. And the open, I kind of just scalped the range here. I thought we would see a breakout. We did see the breakout of VWAP, but it didn't hold. But I thought we'd see, another potential retest of the high before going backside, maybe seeing maybe a 5 to 7% move before going backside. But then it just went backside real hard, and I was taking small profits. Well, decent profits on that one. And the VERU was the stock that kind of kept me green yesterday. So BCDA was another stock that we traded, or that I traded. Here, this front side, it was actually really nice. However, I was just doing the opposite of the stock. I was just like either 1 second behind or 1 second ahead. Here, I bounce off the VWAP and holding for a potential breakout. Added again. For the breakout. However, we didn't really get that extension, and I didn't really get any good sells here in this breakout. Then I bought the pullback off 3.3 for the support of the previous high to see some continuation, but it fell through a little bit too much and had to close for a small loss. And then here, finally, I think I was going to get my coffee or something, and it popped right back up. And that was that. And I tried, seeing if we get more continuation. But, we just kept kind of grinding up. And then we had these topping tails. So I was just taking small profits in this range. Then here you got a nice pop through the break of 65, 69. I was able to scalp a couple cents there. And then that was really it, BCDA. Here I bought off of the break. Off of the 9 EMA support, thinking, we'd get a move back towards the VWAP, but it just wasn't there. So took that one off for a small loss. And ATNM was another stock that we traded. So ATNM, here I was looking for that breakout, but, it just took too long. It was kind of grindy, so I took it off. With this topping tail, I wasn't comfortable. Here, looking for that break of $8. However, topping tail rejection candle immediately took that off. Small loss. LIXT was the big percent gainer. Let's see, why is it not showing up? LIXT, big percent gainer here in the morning. I should have got way more aggressive here. This was a huge 35% move from my initial entry of 295. And off of 295, and I was adding, for the break of 3, and I just took it off at 3. But we got that extra 80-cent move. I could have really took some nice profits on that, and then I had a little bit of FOMO. And I started backside trading this super aggressive, thinking we'd get another pop to the upside, and just kept downtrending, and then I got aggressive off the VWAP to see and the $3 area to finally see maybe a 10% pop to the upside, and it just kept downtrending, and I just kept taking losses there. And I went red, and then this is where I took more losses here, kind of revenge trading, thinking we'd get another front side, and took more losses there. And then finally here, after taking all those losses, it finally rips up on huge volume, and I didn't get on it until 375. But however, this was a good 25-cent gain there. However, very small size. I was just very reluctant to go big size until, finally it made it full move, and now I'm finally trading this aggressively. And I don't know. I think I get intimidated when stocks are going parabolic for some reason. However, this was a great bull flag topping flat top breakout, and I was able to kind of size into this and made a nice profit on that one for the ride back up to 495. Looking for the break of $5. However, it didn't happen. Immediately took it off. Here I got caught in this rejection candle and took a sizable loss on that, on small size, but it was about a 5% loss. Here, this is a panic dip buy of $4, scalp for a quick 7 cents. Here, getting a little bit aggressive. This is where I took my biggest loss, about 24 cents on decent share size, but I was looking for that continuation move to 5 after I saw, we kind of reclaimed the 9 EMA and kind of retesting this previous rejection point, and it just failed. And then here I did just like a bottom scalp that wasn't really worth it, and I lost more money. And then finally, right when I was about to hang it up and call it for a small red day, ATNM had a nice pop, so it broke over VWAP, and I was ready to call it here. I was ready to be done, take my loss, very small loss, and live to trade another day, as some traders say. And this finally pops up, and I catch the breakout 709, adding into the breakout level, and then I get a nice sell right around 740, and I was able to make $33 on that stock, and took me to green. So that was it, and then I ended green. So I did good by managing my risk. Oh, this is me today. Sorry, I traded BTCA already. So here, DYAI is moving. Somebody says. JT, yeah, not really good yet. But so pretty much the moral of the past 2 days was just managing my risk, because either of these 2 days could have been a huge red day. If I started taking losses and then getting sizing up even more to recoup those losses, and then taking more losses, that's how you have a huge red day. But instead, when I start having consecutive red trades in a row, I always try to size down as much as possible, at least by like half or by in thirds, until I get some green trades under my belt, or I see something that really sets up, and then I can size into that if I feel very confident. However, I like to kind of size down if I'm having a tough day, if I'm not really finding anything to size into, or that I'm very convinced that will open up or give a good win. So that's when I usually try to size down to at least manage my downside risk. And in this case, I was taking losses and I sized down, was able to control my loss. And then I saw something I was able to size into on ATNM, and I sized into that about pretty good position size, and I was able to recoup all the losses that I took and finish up with some profit. So that is the way to go. If you're not feeling right, if you're having a lot of losses in a certain day, it's okay to size down. And really, the goal is to make it to another day without having a detrimental red day. You don't want to have a red day to where it's taking you multiple green days or multiple weeks of green weeks to make it back. That's what I don't want. I always want to be kind of, in my profit curve, I always want to be in a tight bull flag to the upside. So here right now, let's look at the previous 60 days. So here right now, I'm in a tight bull flag to the upside. I don't want to be taking losses. I mean, even this was kind of bad. I had a nice, $140 drawdown back in February, which was a pretty sizable drawdown. However, looking at the big picture, it's still kind of in a 5-minute bull flag, if I guess we could say. It's a bit in a bigger bull flag, aiming towards the upside. And then you finally got a small little, I don't want to be taking drawdowns too far from the high. If I start taking a drawdown too far from the high, then, I want to size down and, try to mitigate my risk to the downside. Maybe get a little bit of wins in my belt, and then as my curve starts curling back up to the upside, then I can start sizing in again heavier. Here is a very small drawdown. However, I like to keep it very close to my all-time highs because I always want to be making new highs. I don't want to be spending so much time trying to get back to the high, if you know what I mean. You never want to have a drawdown like this. This was terrible. This took me for almost 5 months to recoup. That's not something that you want to be spending your time doing when, instead of this huge $700 drawdown, that could have been a $700 profit to the upside. And so I always want to be, very close to my all-time highs. I don't want to take a huge drawdown to the point where it takes many weeks or months to make back. And so since I've implemented that, I've been grinding to the front side ever since. Hopefully I don't lose control like I did back here and give back a lot of profit. But so far, my managing risk has been proven effectively. So I just want to keep that up. If you guys are watching at this point, please hit that like button. Also subscribe for more trading videos, and see you guys on the next trading recap. Peace.